Hi everyone. In this video, we are going to discuss about the interpolation as well as the we are going to discuss about the histogram. I'm going to make this as a short video. First, initially, I'll be making into the slideshow mode. So as of now, we discussed about what is a biometric, what are the types of the biometric, and what is the image, and what is the difference between the digital image processing as well as we discussed about what is an image, and then we discussed about what are the various processes that are available in the digital image processing, and then we discussed about different types of the images like binary image, colored image, and what is a grayscale image, and finally we discussed about the point operations. So in this video, we are just going to discuss about what is the interpolation, and we are going to discuss about the histogram, and we'll be having the some short description, short objective about the edge detection. So what is an interpolation? So what is the main drawback in point operation? Everyone know that we have to modify the pixel value but the main constraint out there is that we can modify the pixel value. We have to, the important point is that we have to modify the pixel value without resizing the image. Whether that is possible, that's the biggest question mark. The thing is that that is not possible. The thing is that if you're modifying the pixel value, automatically the size of the image also will be modifying. So this is the biggest drawback in that. So to overcome that only, we are moving into the interpolation algorithm. So while taking out the interpolation algorithm, what's the main advantage here is that you can modify the pixel. Through modifying the pixel, we can resize the image as well. But that it completely happens depending upon the input that we collect. So this is the input that we are going to collect and we are going to resize it. By looking into the image, so we increase the size as well as we modify the pixel value as well. But you can look into that. What is the meaning of the distort? We are trying to uh, modify resize the particular image. But what is happening? That affects the clarity of the image, that affects the originality. So always, whatever the algorithm that we are preferring, that should modify the pixel value as well as if you're modifying the size, the best algorithm we have to prefer is an interpolation algorithm. Whether if you use a point operation or if you use a dissort or something, what's the main drawback in point operation? We can just modify the pixel value. If the constraint is that if you're modifying the size as well, you cannot do that. Only how to modify the pixel value. You should not modify the size of the image. That's the biggest constraint there. So only we are moving into the interpolation. In the interpolation, what's the advantage? You can resize as well as you can modify the pixel value and we can write the image as well as you can rotate the image. Whatever the things that we basically need, we can do all the things by using the interpolation algorithm. So next, we can move into the histogram. So always, I used to mention, if you're taking out a particular image, that image should have a, it should have a good clarity. Then only we can capture whatever the data we need. So for example, take out the multiple data out here. So this is the first image. So you can look into the image. There is one person is there. We cannot find what kind of the gender is that. And in case if you're taking the face recognition for that, we cannot identify the head as well as we cannot identify the eyes, nose, mouth, whatever the stuffs. Somewhat it was visible is an ears. So there is no histogram equalization in the image that was given A. So according to that, there is no histogram equalization is occurring. In the graph, you can look into the image B. So automatically, depending upon the image that was given as an input, and according to that, the histogram chart will be drawn. You can look into that. We cannot find what kind of the gender is there, as well as we cannot identify the eyes, nose. Only I can somewhat capture the ears. So to avoid that, what I'm going to do is that first point we have to keep in mind is that we have to, whatever the image that we are capturing it, that should have a better clarity. So after that, what you have to do, this is the input that we took. Actually, what we have to do is that we have to improve the clarity of the image. For that, we will be using the image enhancement technique as well as the image segmentation technique that we are going to discuss in the upcoming lectures. Through the image enhancement and image segmentation, whichever exactly needed, okay, and which is exactly needed for the particular image, we have to take that and we have to discard the remaining things. I mean, we have to highlight only the important points. So you can look into the image C. So through this particular image, what we can do? So the histogram equalization occurs. So for improving the quality of the image, the techniques that we are going to use are the image segmentation and image enhancement that we are going to discuss in the upcoming lectures. So, what is its detection? That's what I said. If you can look into the image or something, whatever the things exactly needed, which is very important, only that we have to take. And whichever the things that is unavoided, we have to leave it. Okay. In this lecture, we discussed about what is interpolation algorithm. So, what is interpolation algorithm? We are going to resize the pixel value as well as we are going to what? Resize the size of the image as well. So for that, the best algorithm will be the interpolation algorithm. If you use the dissort or point operation, there is some constraint, like there is some problem. So to avoid that only, we are moving into the interpolation algorithm. Then what we discussed about what is the histogram equalization. So in the upcoming lecture, we are going to discuss, in case if there is any noise or something, what we are going to do, we are going to use the image segmentation and image enhancement to improve the clarity of the image. Thank you.